Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, June 13th, 2015. Ra here in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Asha in the Jamie-Body-Mind, Paul and other teammates in the smaller subatomic levels beneath this physical level. All of us in the physical dimension in one way or another. That is a cornerstone of this project, is that our work is conducted in the physical.
That's true.
Someone upstairs doesn't like that. They don't like hearing that this work is done in the physical.
That's true.
It doesn't change the fact that the instructions are for all of us to be in the physical right now, and of course for all of us to be in the physical with proper attitude and proper alignment.
That's true.
So our intention remains unchanged by your dislike of the reality of the instruction.
That's true.
We intend to do what is ours to do in all dimensions right now, with proper alignment, with proper attitude, to do what is ours to do to trigger the awakening right now. And with that, it begins. My attention is brought first to that exceedingly large planet that we are many levels subatomic to, the
That's
planet
true.
in which Johann the Industrialist is working to create intervention for acts of genocide.
That's true.
And my attention is brought very quickly from the planet itself up to the non-physical, the higher dimensions, who are affiliated with that level of physicality,
Yes,
and
that's
back
true.
to that same room, back to that same meeting. And the spurt of anger that we felt as we were beginning has come from this room. They have come to the conclusion that it doesn't work to send non-physical presences into the physical.
Yes,
based
that's
on
true.
the test. It makes it worse, not better.
That's true.
Because the non-physical presences don't have proper attitude and proper alignment, and even if they do when they're going in, they're influenced so quickly by the contamination all around them that within a day they don't remember that that's what they were supposed to do.
That's true.
And we're not arguing with this. It's extremely difficult, and we have to continually refresh ourselves, calling in our higher souls and future lives, and letting
That's true.
ourselves die, quote unquote, letting ourselves go
That's
over and
true.
over again many times a day
That's true.
in order to stay conscious. We understand that it's a huge problem, and we have here all come to the conclusion that this is an insoluble problem.
Yes, that's true.
And that it must be restarted. We all need a fresh start, hence the prayer, which is the cornerstone, another cornerstone of our work.
That's true.
We have come to the conclusion through the results of our own process that this needs to be taken down. And we can see that you don't like that being the other choice.
Right, that's true.
And there's at least not denial that it's unworkable. There is agreement that this is unworkable.
That's true.
But then the anger comes up. The second stage of grieving, of course, is
Right.
anger. And so it's good that we're moving past the denial stage and into the anger stage. This
That's
is
true.
actually
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
That's
It's
true.
a good sign.
Sign of
It's a
progress.
sign of progress.
That's true.
Start to
yeah.
gently burn ourselves as
That's
we're
true.
standing here in this room. We seem to be coming to the same conclusion that we ourselves have come to, and all the testimony that you have gathered from the non-physical presences who have bounced in and bounced back out seems to support that what we are saying is true.
That's true.
And you seem to have sent in further testing with what looks like Geiger counters.
Yes, that's true.
That read the contamination or whatever, and the contamination needle keeps going off the charts to the point that you've had the machinery evaluated.
That's true.
And you come to the conclusion that the machinery is operating correctly and that the contamination is off the charts. And
That's true.
that you don't know how to solve this problem any more than we do, and we understand that. And so what we
Yes.
say is this: we must now all put our channels up to higher dimensions, to higher powers, each of us asking the higher powers that we can make connection to ask even higher powers, and for them to ask even higher powers, and for them to ask even higher powers to
It's
get
true.
to the top as quickly as possible
That's true.
with our prayer. insoluble problem. We need help. We need a divine miracle.
That's true.
And pass up the prayer. We need a fresh start here. This is contaminated beyond our capacity to solve.
That's true.
Friends, what seems to matter is this. When we are not in denial, it seems to help us survive these transitional points that must occur over and over again, both for us as individuals and for us as a collective.
That's true.
So it seems to be time for a collective restart, and we invite you to join us in preparing for that with a personal restart. When we've personally restarted and we've personally refreshed, our point of consciousness seems to survive the mass transition, we'll call it.
That's true.
We must once again pull this ship of consciousness up to the dock, everyone off, time for an overhaul.
That's true.
Over and over again we go through this, so we invite you to refresh yourselves with us right now. And it's as if I hear the Muezzin calling the faithful to prayer.
That's true.
And for all of us to begin the process of tuning to our own individual higher souls pitches and our own individual future life vibrations, actually tuning our own energy bodies to be in alignment with that which is our higher soul and our future soul, our future presence. And then to tune to balance, to invite those presences in, actively invite them in, not just passively, but actively inviting them in. We're calling for the most capable aspects of our higher souls who are ready, willing, and able to come in and take control of the life.
That's true.
And we, the voices who are speaking to you, will move down into deeper subatomic levels to continue our work in service. Those who are completely fried, like I look at Charles and Betty Jean, they're really fried and needing more refreshment.
That's true.
Probably their souls, as they refresh, their used souls, so to speak, will just go up.
That's true.
Because there's not much more to be wrung out of that soul in terms of service to the greater good. But these souls still have a lot of giving to do.
That's true.
And so we now call in our higher souls and future presences and have them meet at the intersection, the confluence of our energy bodies, and then to exhale out that aspect of self that was here before. And let's do that again, refreshing again, several times, calling in higher souls and future presences, having them meet, form a personality, so to speak. Exhale out the old personality.
That's true.
And I see those previous personalities of me. I'm just being shown them. And they're walking with Black Wolf. Yes, and we're just going down deeper and deeper with the intent to get as deep into the subatomic as we can, to open up as many portals as we can. And now we start the bifurcation exercise that almost always triggers a movement of up and out, a movement of breakthrough out of the non-physical layers of levels into the next higher collection. And from the outside I have a sensation of almost like clamping shut, a lid to clamp shut.
That's true.
And I feel as if we're all sitting on the lid of like a pressure cooker or something. All the familiar faces we would expect to see.
That's true.
Seem to be here. And in addition, maybe half of the group that was in that meeting we were observing.
Maybe half.
Give or take.
Give or take, that's true.
The guy who was in charge, who we saw yesterday, he seems to be here.
Yes, he's here.
Hi. Maybe time to get your name. Is it okay if we call you Max for now? Absolutely.
Yeah, got it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So Max, it's a pleasure to meet you. We'll see whether or not you want to continue working with us, but we are continuing on this process. We aren't.
That's true.
We aren't stopping until it's done. And so, and every time we have these breakthroughs, we begin again.
That's true.
First, just send up the errors. Those aspects of ourself are opening up portals deeper and deeper. These errors come from so deep.
That's true.
It seems like we're spiraling down, and as an opening opens up inside
That's
the
true.
spiral, and big exhales of
That is
errors
true.
are possible.
And my perception is as the spiral moves down, Garth is moving down along the spiral and supporting it.
Yes, and it's like there's one Garth on
Yeah,
every step,
That's true.
almost. It's just like a wall of Garths.
That's true.
He's looking better and better and better,
That's
calling
true.
in aspects of himself to populate the stairs. And
That's
every time he
true.
calls in someone, everybody else moves down a stair, and he calls
That's
in
true.
someone, and everybody else moves down a stair.
That's
You're
true.
looking good. Charles seems to want to get in on that game too.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some Charleses interspersed in the
And the
Garths.
Garths. That's true.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm. And there are other people as well. I see members of Black Wolf's crew. It's
Yeah,
as
it's
if
true.
each stair is supposed to have a person on it.
Yeah.
And Garth is willing to fill all the stairs, but if
Yes.
other people wish to have a spot, they too can have a spot.
That's true.
That's beautiful. It reminds me of the harp of Grandma Yu.
Yes,
The
that's what I
100
was seeing too.
Yes, the 100 chairs, and we were willing to fill
All the chairs,
of the chairs if needed.
That's true.
But whoever was actually also stepping up could
That's
get a
true.
chair.
That's true.
This is not a dream.
This is not a dream.
And they no longer seem to be arguing
No.
that. This is not a
This
dream.
is live to you from the physical dimension.
This is live to you from the subatomic levels of the physical
There's
dimension.
the argument.
This is live to you from the subatomic levels of the physical dimension. Many people made uncomfortable by that argument. Many people not wishing to look deeper than skin deep.
That's true.
It's all right. Those who are in denial aren't going to last long. Let's run an ISIS
That's
template,
true.
at least to deal with the situation with the honesty of dear Isis, who honestly said, I know that I'm supposed to do this, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. And so that was deemed unacceptable
That's
by
true.
wiser minds above. If that's unacceptable, then denial is clearly unacceptable.
That's true.
Because that was honest resistance.
That's true.
This feels so great, running this ISIS template through me.
That's
I
true.
love it. I would like to do this as a self-care technique for a long, long, long time. It just breaks up all the little chunks of denial before they get too established.
That's true.
Now we're calling once more. There are children trapped in a coal mine. They seem to be out of reach of help.
That's true.
Too horrible to consider, but true.
That's true.
And therefore, our prayer is, give us a fresh start. This prayer comes to you from the subatomic layers, from the contaminated zone.
That's true.
If you are able to hear this may be the last moment of clarity that you have if you don't act. The only way to maintain clarity appears to be to do what is ours to do every single moment. That is what our soul plan is, that which is ours to do, moment upon moment upon moment upon moment.
That's true.
And through that we accrue enough grace that we keep our seat at the table of life.
That's true. If you can't get the children out, you can't save the children in the coal mine, here's the prayer.
Euthanasia prayer. And bifurcating. Ooh, there's an up and out right there. I feel like we just shot like a shot.
True.
That's the second within a very short time.
That's true.
Okay, now we begin again. I think we still have Max
Yeah,
with
he's still
us.
here. He's the only one left.
I don't find anybody
No.
else, but there might be someone. Well, Max, nice to meet you. Let's
That's
keep
true.
going. Onward.
Onward. Onward.